Participating in Beyblade tournaments leads to a lot of amazing opportunities. Not only do you get to play against your rivals, play with your favorite Beyblades, and meet awesome new people in the Beyblade X competitive scene, but you also get amazing prizes as well. So I decided to participate in one tournament a day for 3 days to see how well I could keep up my momentum and see if I could perform really well in these tournaments. The first tournament on the day was on a Friday night, and I happened to go with some of my awesome friends in the Beyblade community, including Eddie, Beef, and my good friend Apex, who usually perform really well in tournaments as well. That Friday tournament was also held by a good friend of mine, Hylian Alchemist, who actually hosted this tournament as a ranked tournament, the first ranked tournament in Southern California, and it was also hosted in a really awesome area in a plant shop. It was actually surprisingly roomy, and honestly I can't wait to battle there again. But how did I perform on this first tournament? I performed pretty alright. I think the Beyblade battles were amazing, but not only that, I was playing against brand new parts. There was the UX10 set that came with Night Mail, Rubber Excel, and other recolored bits. That is honestly probably the best set in Beyblade X that we've gotten so far. And also I had to deal with the newer blades like Crimson Garuda and Samurai Saber. Crimson Garuda wasn't used at all, but Night Mail was used quite a bit. My deck for this tournament was Aero Pegasus 960 Rush, Silver Wolf on 360 Hexa, and Dranbuster 160 RA. Using RA was honestly really difficult. It did land amazing, awesome hits in the very beginning of the tournament, and honestly kept my loss of points really low as well, which helped out a lot. But once my RA wore down, it kind of just underperformed. It losing so much control, traction, and being hit out into the extreme pocket too easily just doesn't give me the confidence to run it again, just because of how much it wears over time. But even though I didn't perform that well in this ranked tournament, I still got a pretty high placement and was able to reach top 15 in the WBO ranked world, at least so far. We'll see what happens, and hopefully I can keep up and maybe even get to aim for an even higher rank. But the Saturday tournament was now gonna be happening. This one ended up being unranked, but it was a lot of fun still. It was at a park over in Irvine, and honestly the vibes are kind of chill. I got to hang out with my friends again, and also I actually performed much better than the night before. I used a similar setup. This time I used Aero Pegasus 960 Rush again, Silver Wolf 360 Hexa, and Dranbuster 160 Flat. And all these Beyblades performed really well for me. Aero Pegasus being my MVP of the deck. It was constantly doing amazing work and just going crazy. I think this is an SS tier Beyblade, probably up there with Wizard Rod in my opinion, at least in the way the general people acknowledge it as. My matches were insane. I got second place out of everyone there. There was only about 24 people again participating in this tournament, which was no big deal. I still did amazing for this tournament, but the Sunday tournament was the one where it was gonna be the most stressful experience for me, because this tournament was slated to have 50 players, and oh man, I needed to lock in for this tournament. It wasn't ranked, thankfully, but it was just insane. There was so many good players in the Southern California region there, so I needed to make sure I made myself known as one of the best players in the region. The 50 player person cap actually didn't even come to fruition. It was only 40 people total who did come to the tournament, but it was still a lot of people nonetheless. And one of the nice things was that instead of going to top 8, we ended up actually doing a top 16 cut, which actually helped out a lot of my friends and myself a little bit, because I ended up getting ranked over in the 11th place, which is still really good, but I'm just so glad that it was top 16 cut because I wouldn't have made it otherwise. But from this point onwards, I was able to do some awesome battles, because not only did I face some amazing, crazy players, but I also managed to put myself forward and do amazingly well in this tournament again. My top 16 match was actually over pretty fast, but I want to show you guys it. Let's actually roll the clip and let me show you guys my full-on top 16 match.
3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, man. Arrow Pegasus put in work. I literally only used that Beyblade and it lost me 2 points, but other than that, it pretty much carried me the whole time. And I could say the same thing for top 8. When I made it to top 8, I ended up actually facing my friend Beef once again. Me and him have probably battled more times than I've counted. And I ended up being able to take the dub yet again for this battle. He used Night Mail twice in succession on his 385 height, which ended up being really easy breakfast for Pegasus, or should I technically say dinner because of how late it was. But Pegasus ended up eating it for dinner, unfortunately, and extreme KO'd it twice in a row. And then Beef decided to pull out his Black Dragoon, but Black Dragoon unfortunately bursted. So Pegasus ended up taking the win yet again. So I made it to top 4, the third day of 3 tournaments for the whole weekend. I was doing amazing. Honestly, being top 4, I would be so happy just staying there. In my opinion, that just shows me how consistent I'm getting. I ended up facing one of the top players of the region, but I ended up losing to Cobalt Dragoon on Elevate. And I got 7-0'd, unfortunately. But it's okay, because the battle for top 3 was the most entertaining match I did the whole day. Opponent used Wizard Rod constantly to kind of match my Arrow Pegasus usage, so I needed to kind of divert from Arrow Pegasus a little bit and rely on Dran Buster, which Dran Buster really did put in the work. I ended up getting 1 extreme KO with Pegasus, one spin finish with Pegasus, and to my surprise, Dran Buster outspun Wizard Rod.
Come on, Buster! Come on, Buster! Let's go!
Which I know, that's a crazy feat in itself. I don't know how I was able to pull that off at all. But going forward, there was only 1 point needed for my opponent to win or me to win. And Dran Buster was able to clutch it up. It extreme finished Wizard Rod and just completely destroyed it, landing me the 3rd place overall in the tournament. For winning the tournament, I ended up choosing a Whale Wave booster, which ended up getting me this black Whale Wave, which is really nice. I unfortunately wasn't able to win the prize Whale Wave, which would have been amazing, but it's all right. But honestly, overall, I think my scoring this whole weekend was top tier. I got 9th overall in the first tournament, 2nd overall in the second tournament, and 3rd overall in the top 40 final tournament of the weekend. So honestly, I'm pretty happy with my placements. I think I've gotten to a really awesome place in Beyblade X, and I can't wait to keep it up. Oh, honestly guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and honestly I want to hear, what combos would you guys recommend me trying out for a tournament in the future? And also, what are your favorite combos to run in Beyblade X? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to hit that notification bell to get notified for when the next video comes out. But yeah guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this quick succession journey of the tournaments, and hopefully the next ranked tournament I can aim even higher and place even better. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and definitely spin back next week for the next Beyblade X video.